Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to Friendship Shaving. It's great to see you. I've got a Game Changer 0.84p closed comb razor to share with you today, and I'd like to say thank you to Steve for lending this to me, along with some of the other razors that you've seen on and off over the last few weeks. I have my open comb Game Changer 84 sat next to it, and there is just a very slight difference between them, so I'll tell you about that as we go along. I have a soap today with a very intriguing scent, I think, and it is from the Chiselled Face groomatorium, and it is a sample of their Sherlock soap. And I've got my brush lathered up, and this is the Byron Shaving Company brush with the razor grip on it, and you can see the little dimples in the rubber there that sit. This rubber sits over an aluminium tube. Very nice brush. So I've got a dead fly in my sink. It's not a joke. I'm going to just drain that out. How the heck did that happen? What a day. What is that fly doing in my sink? Well, it looks like the breaststroke. Dear me. There we are, we're good to go. We'll start now. Now this Sherlock is a very interestingly scented soap, I feel. When I first smelled it in the pot a couple of days ago, my first impression was that it smelled a little bit like a barbershop scented soap, with a hint of something that smelled a little licoricey. Not quite licorice, but along those lines, and quite a subtle scent in the pot. And I like to try and, when I smell a soap, to see if I can determine what scent notes are in the soap, and I'm spectacularly bad at that. So I went and looked up the scent notes on the internet. Thank goodness we have the internet, because there's nothing barbershop about this soap. It has scent notes of warm tobacco combined with toasted caramel, moist dirt. Now I assume by that they mean a moist earth type scent. And then at the end of the scent there is some leather, some moss, some mandarin and honey. I'm intrigued by that, because mandarin, you normally see that in the top notes at the beginning of the scent. Now when I used it the other day, I had some soap just left around the inside of my bowl that the brush didn't pick up. So I poured a drop of water into my bowl and just let that sit. And when I came back into the den a couple of hours later, I could really smell that mandarin along with all the other scents. And it did remind me of a barbershop type scent, but I said it was very subtle in the pot. It's a little stronger now that I've got it on the brush. And I can pick up the warm tobacco. Occasionally I'm getting a little bit of what I feel is a smoky scent, and I assume that's the toasted caramel. There's some sweetness there, I'm not picking up any of the moist earth or moist dirt, but I feel I can just touch on the leather as well. And what I find intriguing about this is that as I use it, I'm getting these different scents coming through, and it's a very, very nice smelling soap, I think. Very unusual. Now, here we are, the Game Changer 0.84. It has, of course, got a blade gap of 0.84. And this razor has a positive exposure to the blade, which surprised me. As you know, I've said before that I've become less inclined to pick up a razor with a positive exposure. Generally, I don't like them at all. And I can only assume that this is a very mild positive blade exposure, because while I get a great shave with this, it doesn't feel that there's an obvious positive exposure there. Usually I can pick that up straight away. It is very smooth indeed. And I have to say the angle on this is just so easy to find. I'm going to rinse my razor more often. I did a side-by-side shave the other day that you might be interested in. I used this razor on the right hand side of my face and my open comb 0.84 on the other side of my face. They are very, very similar in shave. The only real difference that I could see, or that I could feel, was that the closed comb version felt a little smoother to me, and just a little nicer on the skin. Other than that, I really couldn't tell the difference. They both have the bulldog handle, and they're both a very, very nice razor, and I have to say RazoRock do put out some fantastic razors. I do like the reverse studs that you see on their razors. That is a particular favourite of mine. The blade I'm using today is a Lancet blade, second use, and that fits perfectly on those studs. Really tight tolerances there, really well made razors. I've just been online this morning looking at their Mamba razor. It comes in a 0.53 and a 0.70 blade gap. Now I have a razor that is a copy of the Mamba, and I've never tried the Mamba. I've tried a few of the RazoRock razors. I've tried the BBS, the Baby Smooth I think it's called. I've tried the 0.68 Game Changer. I've tried a few. I think they're very impressive indeed. This one is 90 millimeters in length. That's 2.8 ounces and it weighs in at 79 grams. I'm sorry for you American gentlemen, I don't have the ounce equivalent of that. But I find it a very, very nice rate. And as usual with RazoRock, their prices are very good for a stainless steel razor. Now I'm getting a little bit of that sort of, as I'm working it, I'm getting a little bit of that sort of smoky. It's very, very subtle because I don't like a soap that smells of smoke. But it kind of mixes in with that tobacco. I know from the scent that was left in the bathroom last time I used this that it's going to smell really nice in the dye down because the den smells stunning. By the way, can you see my new shelf up there? I've got some brushes on a new shelf above the door. I had an old shelf and I bought some new brackets for it and popped it up there, and it's going to be really handy. I'm ever trying to organise and reorganise the den. I'm very fortunate that I don't have to share it. It is mine and mine alone. I'll tell you what, this razor is just smooth as you like. It's really, really good. The soap's nice. There's lots of slickness on this soap. I don't think I've used a Chiselled Face soap before. I would say there's something in this. It's not reacting with my skin, but I've got a very light tingling all over, as if it might, but it's not going beyond that. But they do a very good collection of soaps at Chiselled Face. And the soaps are $14.99. It is an American site. $14.99, and that is for 4 ounces or 113 grams. I noticed that the only one that was sold out was their banana, so perhaps that is a very popular soap for them. As you know, if you watch me, I love a banana scent. I never thought I would. It's a strange thing. Oh, I just love using these little soft synthetic brushes. They are absolutely tremendous. Really having a very calm, nice shave today. Now, I had a package this morning. I've been waiting for it to come. I don't know what's in it. It's come from Richard's Razors in America. It is from my friend Sven. So for the next Monday video, there will be a Gifts of Friendship unboxing. I'm really looking forward to this one because I just do not have a first idea of what is in this box. It's taken a little while to get here, but I'm really looking forward to opening the box up and seeing what that is. So that will be next Monday's video rather than a shave. Now, although I mentioned this Game Changer 0.84 being a positive exposure, and despite it having a blade gap of 0.84, it is still mild enough that for the most part on my face, I can go against the grain. It's a little more uncomfortable for me than a milder razor. But it's obviously mild enough or smooth enough that I can do that. And while I said it's a little more uncomfortable for me, I would stress that it's not particularly uncomfortable. But I'm certainly aware that it's different from a milder razor. Perhaps that's the best way of putting it. The knurling on these handles is tremendous. You are never going to have that slip out of your grasp. You watch now how many people will say, "Oh, I've dropped mine." I hope you haven't. Definitely getting a little bit more of the leather. Perhaps some moist dirt. That's a strange one, moist dirt. So, very nice razor. I can feel I've had a close shave. Actually, it feels more like I've had positive exposure after the shave rather than during the shave, which I think is quite strange, but it certainly does give me a very, very close shave. very smooth. I've found all RazoRock razors to be very smooth so far, I think. So there we are, that is my shave. Now my aftershave today is going to be just a simple L'Oreal Men Expert Hydra Energy Intensive Energy Boost. There we are, a few squirts of that. This orange. It doesn't smell very much at all. I'm getting a bit of sting down here from rubbing in the aftershave. So perhaps I need to not go against the grain on my face with the Game Changer. I change my razor so often, sometimes I forget how I shave with each razor, but yeah, the little, I can feel it there. And not razor burn, I haven't got razor burn, that's the wrong term to use, but a good shave. There we are, that is my shave for today. Thank you very much for being a part of it. I hope you've enjoyed it, and please join me on Monday for the Gifts of Friendship unboxing. I'm so looking forward to that. And I have a couple of other things to talk about, so we'll probably just have a little chat as well. Until I see you next, take care of yourselves. Be well, keep safe. Bye bye.